Hello and welcome, I'm Niko and this is Strategy Wednesday. What I'm going to do is take the Necroa virus and not make any zombies with it. The zombie virus without zombies? Craziness, you say? Well, no, not really. There's a schism between different zombie films, after all. You've got Walking Dead on one side and novels like Feed, where it's a mystical virus and no one knows. It's kind of like just that way. Then you've got things on the other side, like World War Z and 28 Days Later, where it's a legit virus which just makes living people act psychotically. There is what's his name? Really weird, he used to be in US Airborne, writes loads of books like The Ordinata and stuff like that. I can't remember his name now. John Ringo, yeah, he wrote a series of books recently about that. That's pretty good if you really like guns plus zombies. I highly recommend his books. I think it's like To Sail a Darkling Sea or something like that. He's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me because I find him a deeply strange character. But yeah, I do find his books enjoyable. Though he never finishes the series, so that sucks a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to take this totally vanilla zombie virus. I'm going to drop it, I think, in China, because that's where World War Z started, in the book, not the film, for the simple reason that a lot of Chinese people like to watch movies which don't insult China. Shock horror. So, therefore, that's where they recast the film. Right. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to try and pump up salivation, because that lets me get it onto boats fairly readily. And just see if I can get this to spread as widely as possible, hopefully for global coverage, because if I don't have access to like giant hordes of slavering zombies set on devouring civilization, well, you know, I do actually have to get the virus spread through people rather than like walking corpses. So yeah, that does change it up a little bit. Got it running at twice speed, so that should make it a little bit easier for your pleasure. It should probably only take about sort of 15 minutes anyway. It is quite a casual game. If you haven't seen Plague Incorporated Evolved while you're watching this video, but it's a good port from a tablet. And like a lot of tablet ports, it's pretty casual. You can play it in like 15-20 minutes max. We've got quite a few good scenarios open up as well, because it's like the 7th update today, so that means you can play like the Black Death and a whole bunch of stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. The new Relax Worm is pretty cool, as is the Nanovirus, but I think zombies have a certain sort of special appeal. Right. Right, that increases severity. I'm trying to avoid severity and absolutely death, so therefore I'm trying to get this thing just to spread, not to do any harm to anyone until it's the right time. Now, this does kind of make the whole game a bit weird, because it kind of implies a kind of, I don't know, like an evil, intelligent design, because you're trying to make the virus spread in an intelligent way to evade human, countermeasures. Which, of course, is not how nature works. Evolution throws up many options, and a lot of them are just terrible for the organism. But there's lots of organisms, so therefore one or two of them succeed, and they then grow, and that's kind of the crux of evolution, really. Lots of random chance, and a few successes. And the few successes go on to grow. But this isn't evolution, this is intelligent design, kind of. I don't know whether you're playing as the devil or the Illuminati genetic engineers. I'm not sure. Whatever floats your boat in that direction. But right, what do we want to do next? Maybe if we increase its sort of tolerance to heat, maybe. Just sort of quietly wait for it to spread around a little bit. There we go, it's spreading quite well now. Okay, what I'm going to do is get it to spread a bit better in the cold. It hasn't twigged anyone's attention yet. Right, maximum growing in the cold. Right. Yeah, it's gradually spreading. Yeah, I haven't watched Days of Future Past yet. I really want to. Please don't spoil it, just in case I haven't seen it by the time you post your comment. You can say it's awesome or terrible, but don't tell me the fine details of the plot. I haven't read the comic and I haven't watched the film, so I'm probably playing with fire really talking about that on YouTube. But I have read some Marvel comics, and I indeed got a chance to read the very weird but very cool Marvel Zombies. That is awesome, especially because it has this kind of like weird tie-in with the Deadites from Evil Dead, which is just entertaining. Okay, got to wait a little bit before I get the final bit of environmental tolerance out of that. That should be helping it to spread. Okay, no one is panicking yet, which is good. Just keep spreading. That's good. Okay. Right, increases future research spend. Okay, I'll go for some of that. Might give me a little bit more mutation, but I think I can tolerate that. It's placed on watch list, so it won't be that long before someone starts doing some research, which I'm going to head off slightly by hopefully getting that before anyone starts. Right, I need 9 points for that. Give me a bubble, give me another bubble. Okay. Caribbean. Right, okay, let's harden that slightly. Yeah, it's moving ahead fairly well. I think more boats would be heading out with this stuff. World Cup cancelled. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. But then again, given the number of problems with the timing and stuff, you'd kind of get the impression from the press that we were having an apocalypse and you know, we weren't going to watch any football. But I think that pretty much happens before every Olympic sporting event of every sort. They always say, oh no, it's not going to happen, man. It's never going to get built in time. It always does, because someone throws money at it or, you know, gives incentives, or there's suddenly a surge of volunteers. It always seems to like come out in the day, or on the day I should say. Regardless, yeah, I think we're going to have to start. Let's see, do I get, oh, that's going to cost a lot to get that in. I think maybe, I think if we go for that, then go for a bit of symptoms. Right, there we go. A bit of hypersalivation. Now it's into enough areas of the world to actually make it. Right, didn't get into there, didn't get into 4 islands, unfortunately. We're not infected. Is this going to pan out? Because, oh, right. Okay, they did get infected through a boat there. That's good. So it's now down to 3. Well, okay, Australia. Oh no, Australia's infected. Oh, that's cool. I was about to say it's not an island, which, while true. Yeah, right. Okay, we're going to go for a full. Right. Yeah, it's gradually developing. planes are still taking it around the place. It could still get into New Zealand that way. Right. I think we'll go for a bit of gastroenteritis. Gastroenteritis. Yes. Right. So we've got some cannibalism going on now, so we're going to have some dead. Right. That then causes a lot of panic, quite legitimately, I think. I think at this point, quite a few people, like in America, would be going, I'm buying a shotgun and forting up, but that probably wouldn't save you in the long run, because let's face it, you survive by being part of a community, and being shorn of that community kind of pretty much ensures your death in the long run. So if you're trying to survive a zombie apocalypse, remember that you are part of a community, and you have to have a community plan to save your ass. So don't be an ass. Yeah, that's my take on it anyway. Not that I ever expect to actually use my vast quantity of useless zombie knowledge to actually survive a zombie apocalypse. Right, we're going to go for, yes, a bit of psychosis. That should help destabilize stuff. Right, that's really spreading. Right, okay, 100% lethal cure. Yeah, there is quite a bit of humour in this game. I do like it. It is quite fun playing the zombies, and yes, we're into New Zealand. Excellent. There's always a chance of Iceland succumbing. Let's see, business as usual. What I need to do is start destabilizing these places a bit quicker. Probably want to put in a bit of genetic hardening or something before too long. Okay. Right, genetic hardening. I need another 3 points to do that. Wow. Right. There is some severe damage going on in Russia and China. Full-on 28 days later catastrophe mode at the moment. 19% of the population dead, and we're still researching at maximum rate. Ah. Right, okay, well, Italy is kind of just shooting people which get infected. Very nice of them, but probably actually quite sensible. Oh dear. Doesn't look like I'm going to win this playthrough. No, unfortunately. I wonder what I could have done to actually increase it. It's just hard to do without turning to the zombies. But I have managed to kill, like, a lot of dudes. God, right, nearly 2 billion. It would be touching on 2 billion by the time it's cured. Still, pretty deadly. That was kind of semi-apocalyptical. Right, it's probably caused Europe to go full-on fascist, unfortunately. For everyone living there. In actual fact, I think at this point you stop being afraid of the zombies, or, you know, walkers, or whatever you want to call them. Iran's kind of collapsed. Right. Unfortunately, I was defeated. Good fun, though. There must be a way to lick that problem of getting it widely distributed enough. I think that's the strategy to do if you're trying not to use zombies. If you get it everywhere and then ramp up the severity and start destabilizing countries, it's just a matter of doing it quickly enough. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully you'll tune in next week and see if I manage to actually use Niko the Not Zombie to eliminate the human race. Always makes me feel slightly dirty saying that, but never mind. Yeah, subscribe to the show. We do shows on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so hopefully you'll tune in and watch us.